had the day off here in the good land. First pitch home, and it's a strike from Lauer to start things up. India batting .249. Roller back up the middle. It'll be a slow play for Wong, and he slings it to first, and the first retired.
With a beautiful night here in Milwaukee, swinging the bats well.
Take on Nick Senzel. First pitch swinging, a bounce for Urias. And unfortunate for the third. Lauer ready this time with Kyle Farmer.
Ball.
He's now transitioning to be their everyday third baseman. Farmer, he'll get to settle and focus on third. Farmer coming off, not recently, his 5-year of his MLB debut as he goes after a fastball. 1-2, right through. Farmer set down the first strikeout. In case you're wondering, my guy, you're off to a great start here. You've already figured everything out about the logistics. Joey Votto, foul ball.
You know, getting that work in was pretty fun to watch.
He's he wants to know it. It's fascinating to watch.
Well, it's one thing that's fascinating. Appreciate it.
2-2, Votto, another foul ball. A tough hand for Craig Counsell and the Brewers when decision time comes. It's a very tight strike zone we've seen so far. Curious to see how this moves on throughout the night. Votto back up the middle, base hit, station to station for Nick Senzel. And the Lauer guy who's trying to shake the reputation of being a fastball slider starter, because he does actually have 4 pitches in that mix. It's different. The question is, does the zone stay consistent? Then Dylan Cease and Shohei Ohtani's.
Well, that's pretty impressive.
It's really good company.
It's second only to 2-1 for Solano, and a foul ball. We'll go and take
to really go out there and show it. He's having success.
And I always say,
he's increased it over 20% usage, as you just saw. And we've got a little contest. 2-2 again. And you guessed it, it's another souvenir to get this coming for Solano. We'll run it full. Payoff. Solano wins it out. It's bases loaded, full of red. Bases juiced for Aristides Aquino. First pitch with a big aggressive. Infield scattered behind him. 1-1.
that was a
Lauer, 1-2. Right at the bottom of the zone, a perfect strike to Aquino.
He addressed a much more broad scope of things in the clubhouse. He addressed losing Josh Hader now, and it all depends on how we're going to respond these last few days of the week. He was asked if the trade, we're pros and we have to do what we have to do to perform and get the job done. He said the last 3 days on the field didn't have to do with not having Josh. He said, I
caught up on trying to win the game by calling balls and strikes. You've just got to focus on yourself.
You know, and just who you are and what you mean to it, that you have to go out there and play, as we said, walks out more. And, you know, when you think right now, but getting off his feet.
Here's the big shortstop prospect, Barrero, on a rope to center, and Tyrone Taylor on top of it.
Feeling good. A double play ball.
Another one here to Papierski, evens up the count. Living at the bottom of Papierski out to center again. Taylor getting his steps in, and there with ease. Well, we got a guy who's not on the. So that's when managers always talk about they want that guy.
Angel Hernandez.
I got a feeling it was Angel.
Yeah.
India ground ball back to Urias. Easiest is right to second. enough for Duggar so far. 2 home runs through his first 2 innings. A 5-0 lead for Milwaukee, which Senzel with a single in the first. And an awkward hop there, but Tellez with a perfect
club. A 1-run lead. Judge and Carpenter will score. Mel, back to you.
LG, I think we got some interesting ones than him.
Well,
I'm not going to be any help.
Ain't nobody help. Ain't nobody in the front row.
Looper into right. Hunter Renfroe. Oof, tough call. By the way, I love the way that this is phrased because anniversary of birth next year.
Inside.
Oof.
Strike called there to get things started.
Oh.
And going back to that Victor Caratini.
Payoff.
4-4.
Votto takes a 2-out walk. So efficiency for Lauer. Solano drew a walk off of Lauer in the first. No, did it first. He's gone 0-1 and a 5.06. Ball, strike 2. Foul ball. Heads up. That
Was today maybe 2 bites. Saw it.
I ate the whole thing. Looper, shallow right, heading out. Oh. But boys, just go ahead and start coming up with that answer in your head. We'll get to it eventually. We got time. 4th for the Reds, trying to break onto the scoreboard. Bouncer back to Tellez. Doesn't have an option.
Bats from Solano cost him a bunch of pitches, but he's throwing the ball well. He's in the strike zone, which is important for Eric.
Thanks so much.
Across any team over the last 3 seasons, just as weird as everything's been, as Almora Jr. takes one into shallow left. A tough play here. You could see from the front, he starts to call it. And so Adames, his only defensive move is basically to curl up like a bug. And
Yordan Alvarez in Houston.
And for all of those that we haven't seen from teammates than what they've seen in several years.
Well, I have my take,
Fouled off.
and it's real. I believe they can run diagonally and cut that ball off.
Up top, and another strikeout for Lauer. A clean.
Already. That's what happened. That's what it was. He over here stealing bad. You get out of here, boy. He off. He off tomorrow. That's why he leaving.
Representative for our game. Strike in to Jonathan. On a force out in the second. 4 for 10, a double when facing Lauer. Has not had the same luck tonight.
Well, you saw him a little funny, and now it's like, all right, cat's out the bag. I'm a comedian, y'all.
Some subscription commentary on the game.
Well, when you lose it, right.
And I don't think it should be lost, Cliff, as you talk about that. But having a guy like Willie Adames to kind of keep things light really helps.
Jonathan India into left, base hit, and it's a 1-out single. I told you earlier, trying to crack Eric Lauer. Senzel into right, it'll fall, base hit. Second, 167. He just gets better. Going to be a third. 0-2, Farmer into left. They got a hit machine going on now. The wave around for India. The throw is off.
Coach for the Reds.
What's that accountability, Cliff?
Well, yeah, you got to clean it up, you know, in this day and age. Even though I don't look at
so far behind.
Mel, to your point, you know the Reds can't.
And I've been on rebuilding. That's the way you play.
Votto back up the middle. Tap at second. They'll connect us. I Guys, it's kind of cool as Donovan Solano takes a strike here to start the 6th. And then you take the piece of toast and you toss it and you see if it lands jam side up, and that determines your luck. So we've got a fly ball into right field for Hunter Renfroe.
Gold social media content right there. Mel, you mentioned it. In just 6 days, the Reds will head to Dyersville. Nothing like popping in a VHS tape when you're little and watching one of those classic movies. And in just 6 days, Votto gets to live a little.
The man has gone absolutely viral. Again, an inside peek into his mind as Aquino lifts it center field and a long way back. You can only imagine how good it's going to be this year.
What a ninth inning that was last year, right? Wow.
Off against Zach Britton.
I remember sitting there going, there's no way he homers right here. There's no way. Reds trying to come up with some heroics tonight ahead of that game as this pitch slammed well over the glove of Adames into left field. And I think what I love too, White Sox breaking out those uniforms for that game.
Sick.
Perfect fit. 0-1 for Barrero.
I'll be good. You have to do.
We're very proud of you for that, by the way. Swing and a miss. The rookie Barrero, MLBshop.com. Your favorite athletes, guys.
Seriously.
Look at y'all, man.
They got here extra early today before the clubhouse to get some more serious work done. Is this to keep you from flying out there to center field where that home run went from Tyrone Taylor? Papierski out to center field. Speaking of Taylor, he plays it back, and he's got
hot. Mel, you act like you've done it before, like you know what you was doing. You so cool, glasses on. She was taking selfies. She had a video camera, right? I dream of Jeannie. Like, I'm just so perfect. Everything's smooth. Oh, my gosh.
Sunglass.
She made me do it, Russ. She was like, I dare you not to. You'll wear it for the rest of your life. That was fun. I ain't gonna lie. That was fun.
2-1 to Jonathan India.
After I got over the anxiety of looking down, Russ. T and I both looked down, and we almost fainted.
India pops it up. Colton Wong called off by Adames. It'll be Wong.
Limited the damage.
Yeah.
And you know what's impressive? They've got control for most of their starting rotation. You will not find them. And he really said once he figured out the mechanics on that slider this offseason, he could really just, he was moving into his routine. A little more peace of mind.
Technical usage, we've talked about it. And once you find that strength.
Senzel out to right. Sends Hunter Renfroe. And they've got it.